as our members log on a few minutes, into it, that's fine. That's fine. Mr. Gary Pyatt, Chairman of the Aventura Marketing Council, Chamber of Commerce, take it away.
Perfect. Thank you, Elaine, and thank you everyone for joining and participating with us today. And again, as Elaine said, I am Gary Pyatt, proud Chairman of the Board of Directors for the Aventura Marketing Council, Senior at Campbell Property Management, and as you will hear in a little bit, one other gentleman here on our very own board member of our very own Aventura Police Foundation here in the city of Aventura. So we welcome all of our AMC members and our special guests from Grace Leadership Preparatory Institute, which is one of our AMC's adopted partner schools. As always, we thank our outstanding Zoom administrator, Mr. Michael Stern, for giving up more of his time and handling all of this. And this is a very active program for our second time by putting people in different rooms and doing that. So thank you, Michael, for giving up your time today. Michael, for everybody's knowledge, is an Aventura former vice mayor and candidate for 2022 Aventura Commissioner within the city of Aventura and partner at Stern Bloom Media. Today, as we went through a little bit, if you weren't logged on at that time, we'd like to welcome some of our other elected officials, our Aventura Commissioner, Dr. Linda Marks, who is one of our AMC Sharks today. Former Aventura Vice Mayor Bob Shelley in 2022 candidate for Aventura Mayor, and former Vice Mayor Howard Weinberg and 2022 candidate for Aventura Mayor. We also have our former Aventura Commissioner and Vice Mayor Gladys Mizrahi. And in our last Student Shark Tank program with ACES, she mentored one of the students and her product. And today that student has a successful, for all of you other participants, and they're going to be giving us your ideas, that individual student has a very successful company called SmileGuard. And I remember that because on our first one, I was fortunate enough to be one of the sharks as well. We can't do these programs, as everybody knows, without help and support from the community. And we are very fortunate enough today for our sponsor recognition and one of our board members here at the Aventura Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Chris Ferreira of FPNL. And we, do you want me to go to him to say something now, Elaine?
Absolutely. Perfect.
There you go, Chris.
Awesome. Thank you, Gary, for that great introduction. And it's a pleasure to be here with everybody today. I'm going to bring up now, and hopefully this works. I'm going to share my screen. I want to share a couple of PowerPoint slides with you. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. It worked on the first try. So today, before we get started with the program, I wanted to share some information with you all about how FPL is working to deliver America's best energy value, and also share with you some of the things we've been working on to provide direct support to our customers during this global pandemic. And so to FPL, the three most important topics for us to deliver to our customers are clean, reliable, and affordable energy. And FPL's carbon emissions profile is nearly 30% lower than the national average, but we're not stopping there. We've also announced two exciting new programs, the 30 by 30 plan, which will have us continue constructing new solar power plants and install 30 million new solar panels in the state by the year 2030, and also the largest community solar program in the U.S., FPL Solar Together. But in addition to clean energy, reliable energy is very important for our customers as well. Since 2006, FPL has invested billions of dollars to harden the energy grid and make it more resilient to Florida's extreme weather. This has not only improved our day-to-day reliability for our customers, but it's also allowed us to make significant improvements in speed to restore power after a hurricane. This has resulted in FPL being named the most reliable electric utility in the U.S. for 4 of the last 5 years. And last but not least, delivering affordable energy is very important as well. FPL bills are 30% below the national average, among the lowest in the state of Florida. Your FPL bill is actually lower today than it was 15 years ago. And to give some perspective, in January 2006, the average FPL bill was $108.61. In June of this year, the average bill was $96.43. And Since the beginning of the year, when the global pandemic began, FPL has been working very hard to provide some innovative solutions to help our customers and give back to the communities that we serve, whether that was with emergency funding to community-based organizations, payment extensions, connecting customers with financial assistance that was made available by the CARES Act, providing direct bill relief, waiving late fees, and even providing a decrease in your bill. Some of the things that we've done is we provided, as you can see on the slide, a 25% decrease in your May 2020 bill. We pass along fuel savings that are thanks to our investments in natural gas and our solar power plants. And instead of providing it over a 12-month period, we went to the PSC and requested that we could provide that in a 1-month shot to provide the most amount of relief in one bill for customers. Something else, two other programs that we've also recently got approval for are the Low Income Customer Assistance Program, where FPL is donating $15 million in bill credits to help eligible low-income customers, and the Main Street Recovery Credit Program, where qualifying small businesses would receive a monthly 10% credit on the energy charge of their electric bill for the duration of the program. In addition to these programs and to the initiatives we've had to help our customers, we've also been giving back to the community. We've been supporting through donating $245,000 to our partners for hunger relief efforts, $500,000 to the United Way for COVID-19 relief, and we also delivered emergency meal kits for County before the storm season started. So with all that, the last thing I just want to mention is any customer that's interested in getting more information about our low-income customer assistance program or the Main Street Recovery Credit Program should call 1-800-226-3545. Again, 1-800-226-3545, or visit fpl.com/help. Thank you so much. And with that, I turn it back over to you, Gary.
Perfect. Thank you, Chris, and thank you to FP&L and especially to you for your continued support of the community and for all your continued support to the Aventura Marketing Council. The next three individuals that I'd like to introduce will all give a minute to give some greetings and remarks, and they will be Chantel Milford, CEO of Grace Leadership Preparatory Institute, Miss Ginger Joseph, counselor and English teacher for Grace Leadership, and Mr. Michael Littman, student advisor. So first, I'll turn it over to Chantel for a word.
Thank you so much, Gary, and good afternoon, everyone. Dealing with community, a community, we all can agree, is a ship that everyone ought to prepare to take the helm. And I believe everyone on this call is committed to that. Thank you for the opportunity to share this moment with you. Words cannot express my deepest and most sincere gratitude and appreciation to partake in this opportunity and how this program has changed our students and their view of life. It allowed a shift in perception that altered their reality. The experience provided confidence to our students, a breakthrough in mental barriers and constraint that their current circumstances and environment has imposed upon them. Partaking in this Shark Tank has increased their awareness with endless possibilities available through actions, teamwork, and commitment. As a result, we are making the necessary adjustment as a school to help to continue this model. Without further ado, I would say that I am confident in our students' ability to use this experience to transcend their world. Thank you, AMC, Elaine, Michael Stern, Ms. Joseph, Michael Lietman, and everyone, FP&L, Dr. Marks, and everyone on this call who have dedicated their time to making this event possible. Ms. Joseph, take it on.
Thank you, Ms. Chantel. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you to AMC and Ms. Elaine for giving our students this amazing opportunity. They have never experienced anything like this before, and you have chosen us to gain that experience. In the beginning, our students were a little apprehensive, but with the help of someone so special, that came into our students' life, Mr. Leitman, we were able to work together to ignite that genius within our students. They had to dig deep and find that genius within them. And today we will see that manifestation of the best version of themselves through this process. We want to thank Grace Leadership Prep, Ms. Chantel Malord, for connecting us with our Ventura Marketing Council. And today, we want to also thank our students for their commitment, their dedication, their hard work. And today, we applaud you and we appreciate your commitment. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lippman?
Thank you, Mr. Gary. Where do I begin? What you guys are going to be witnessing and what's going to be revealed to you is going to be the end, well, a piece of the branch. But to really understand how this branch grew to the point of what you're about to see and hear, I guess it's important just to understand the root of this branch. And the root starts with Ventura Marketing Council and Elaine Adler. That specific point in Elaine's heart had a vision of how to connect members with schools and work together in order to be able to share a method that can be used in our everyday life. And the method is about how to work together as a team, how to come together as a team, as one unit, not as an individual unit, which we all are, but also understanding that we are one unit collectively as a team. What was revealed to me that the students of Grace has so much wisdom already inside of them as it pertains to this method, that their ability of working together as a team, and at times when an individual was too tired or felt selfish, didn't want to show up, how the other teammates cared so much about that individual, about their group and their team, that they would extend themselves and pick that individual up and bring them to the workshop, literally through calling, through extending their warm words of encouragement and showing up, making sure that everybody shows up as a unit, as well as what you will see and what you will hear is something that was engineered by the students themselves throughout the whole point, from the root to the growth of the branch. The students made their own choices. One of the choices was to speak as a group. They understood that they could have they had the option of having one speaker, which usually would be the most comfortable option because nobody else has to contribute and they can sit back and just relax. But they understood that that might not be the best option for the group as collectively, because they wanted to show the group as individuals that they all want to play a role within this type of presentation. Additionally, what you will see, and you can see it probably right now on your screens, are logos that have been designed by the students. The creativity was a group collective effort. And you will see furthermore that every student has their name with a Mr. and Mrs. along with their job title, as they understand that they each have a position, whether it's finance or marketing or being the speaker or design, but collectively each department makes the whole purpose of their product. And collectively, they have shifted in creating this appearance that is professional, that even though they're limited with their technology capabilities, they were still trying to figure out as a group collectively, what can they do to make sure that their logo is being displayed, that their name is being displayed, that they're prepared to show up, not for themselves, but for the group. So we thank you, Ms. Adler. We thank you, Aventura Marketing Council, for giving us all this experience, something that is ingrained in the DNA of what Aventura Marketing and Elaine Adler is, which is unity. putting everybody together, working united with no anarchy of teachers or students, but we all came in the same level for one purpose, and it is to present to you. So we thank you all for your time. And now I pass the mic to the students, I guess, or
Oh.
to Ms. Adler.
Gary.
Or to
I
Gary.
will go through. Thank you, Michael, and thank you for all the time that you spent. So, all of that being said, we are exactly on time right now. So let me do two things and we're going to get started. One, the format for today. As Michael said, we have 5 outstanding teams today. Each team has 4 students who have been working together on design, finance, and marketing for their individual business projects. And thank you, as said, to our dedicated AMC member, Michael, for guiding them into the business world and going through all of this. Each team will make their presentation to the Sharks. So our Sharks today, let me introduce you to them and then we'll get started. First of all, our first Shark is Aventura Commissioner Dr. Linda Marks, former school superintendent in Illinois. So she certainly does have a tremendous wealth of experience in dealing with students. And today she oversees the educational outreach program for the city of Aventura. Dr. Marks, is there any very brief comment you would like to make today on this?
Well, the only thing I want to say is just listening to the preparation, I'm very excited to hear this. And I just want to mention to all of the students who are on the call right now that in the real world of business, the most important characteristic you can have is the ability to work as a team member, because individuals don't really work alone in big business. So I think this opportunity that you had today, that you're going to show us today, is probably going to be the beginning of something that's going to be really big. And I look forward to hearing all of you.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Marks. Our second Shark today, you met earlier, Chris Ferreira, External Affairs Advisor for FPL and our meeting sponsor today. Our third Shark today is Mr. Dmitry Shaposhnikov, CEO of DS Express and CEO of FriendMe. And students, just so you know, Mr. Dmitry holds 3 U.S. patents on technology products that deal with communication and security. And Dmitry, as I said earlier, we have one other foundation board member. Mr. Dmitry is another board member for the Aventura Police Foundation, of which, as I said earlier, I'm a member of. So, Dmitry, on your last remarks before we get started, and person that's involved in technology and patents and products, is there any last remarks you can give to these teams before they start to make their presentation?
Yeah, first thing, it's super exciting to see this, because let me tell you one thing, it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 5, you could be 10, you could be 20. It's never early, it's never too late to come up with an idea and actually grow it, because you never know how your idea that you started right now with Mr. with Mr. Michael Littman that you guys know of, you never know how your idea is going to come up 5 years from now, or even next month. So that's what congratulations all who worked on it.
So perfect. Thank you, Dmitry. So now our team presentations, as I said, are 2.5 minutes. The remainder of the time is for Q&A. Mr. Stern will keep us on track. Everybody that's a Shark has received a brief overview for all of the student products that will be presented today to look through those. Hopefully you look through them a little bit. And now our first presentation to our Sharks today. The first team up is Team Banbury, and we'll start with team leader Brianna Crespo. Team Branby, Brianna, take it over.
Thank you. Greetings and welcome to our team presentation. We present to you the Wake Watcher. Our product, the Wake Watcher, is designed to help keep you awake, focused at school or work, and while driving. It also alerts you to stay awake during your daily schedule. My team and I recognized that issue from ourselves and developed the Wake Watcher to alert us during our school hours. I now pass the mic to Mr. Watson.
Thank you for introducing me. I will now be discussing the product description. The Wake Watcher has 2 main parts: a heart sensor that goes under your wrist to monitor your heartbeat, and attached to the heart rate sensor is an internal lining that goes around your wrist and sends alerts to the receiver that is located at the top of the watch. Once an individual begins to fall asleep, the wake watcher will vibrate and make a sound of your choice to alert you that you are beginning to fall asleep. The sound and intensity of the vibrations or sound effect can be adjusted using settings on the touchscreen located on the top of the watch. This vibration should cause you to become more aware. I will now pass the mic to Ms. Fletcher.
Thank you for passing the mic. I thank you. Our sales would be, our sales and marketing plans are, our sales will be conducted online and in stores. Communication, call 1-800-BOND-BRAY. We will be using all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. How we'll be giving back to our community. The Wake Watcher is an eco-friendly product because of its solar panels. This amazing feature means no need for chargers. Our website is www.bondbrayinc.com. I will now be passing the mic to Mr. Vollmer, Head of Accounting and Financing.
Thank you, Ms. Fletcher. Recommended retail price, $65 per unit. Income, year one. We plan to sell 10,000 units. 27 units per day equals $650,000. Our expenses, production cost, $21 per unit. Operating cost, $21 per unit. Year one equals $420,000 total expenses. Our profit, $23 per unit. Year one, $230,000 total profit. We are asking for $210,000 and the opportunity to help bring this product to life. This amount will cover our first 6 months of expenses as we plan to start production in month 2 of our operations. We are giving in return an innovative way to keep people awake and focused, as well as 15% of the company's earnings. And now we'll pass the mic to Ms. Crespo.
Dear Shark, thank you for taking the time to hear about our product. We appreciate the opportunity to present our product to you. We now look forward to your questions. Bond Bray Inc.
All right, so Sharks, questions?
Sure. Can I ask a question if you don't mind? When you said you would sell 27 units per day, right? Do you understand? Do you know exactly what's going to be? Is it going to be online? Are they going to be in stores, or are they going to be? Are you going to do social media? What do you think will bring more traffic for people to actually buy it?
We will be selling the product online, social media, and in stores.
Other questions? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go.
I also think that it would attract more attention on social media like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and so on and so on.
Other questions, Sharks?
I have a question for you. What is the group that you're going to really target for your marketing?
Can you,
Is somebody going to answer Dr. Marks's question?
can you specify on what you mean by group?
In other words, you explained that you felt that this would be a good product for students because this way, if somebody started to, doze off or whatever, the band would wake them up. Are you targeting only students in your marketing? Is that the group that you want to sell these to? Or are there other kinds of folks that you might think would be interested in the product?
We will be targeting students and adults as well, because a lot of people tend to doze off when they are driving, and that causes a lot of accidents on the road. So, as well as students, because when you fall asleep during the time that you're doing your work, you don't necessarily get a lot of work done, or you may get in trouble and it causes a lot of issues. So hope that answered your question.
Thank you.
Chris, any questions?
I have a question. So I noticed on the information that was provided to us under your expenses, there's an operating cost of $21 per unit. Is that something that the companies or your company's going to pay for, or is that something that the person buying the device will have to pay?
It looks like they're thinking about that question, Chris.
Finance, would you like to answer the question?
It's something that the company would pay for.
Okay.
Great
Thank you.
answer. Sharks, any other questions of our first team?
One last question. Am I muted? No. One last question for the team. Is there any type of warranty or anything on this product? Should it malfunction? Should it not work properly?
Well, there
If
shouldn't
it
be any,
doesn't,
well, there shouldn't be any malfunctions because I'm sure we'll be designing this product very carefully so that we have every parts right, so that there won't be any danger or anything that could cause harm to anybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great answer, but wait, Dr. Marks, you know why there's not going to be any returns? Because it's going to be made in America, that's why.
100%.
There you go. All right, if there are no more questions, we thank our first team, Team Banbury, and their presentation. Great job, guys. Our second team, Team Anti-Pathogens, and their team leader is Mr. Jimmy Butler. Mr. Jimmy Butler, you're on.
Good afternoon, Sharks. I have the pleasure of introducing the company Anti-Pathogens, and as you stated, I am Mr. Butler, and our product is designed to ensure comfort and safety that will allow for better breathing while wearing a mask for longer periods of time. Now, for a more detailed description of our product, I will pass this part of the presentation over to Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Butler. The anti-pathogens masks are made customizable for your convenience. They allow better breathing with our ventilation system. A variety of different anime designs for anime followers are also available. For the music lovers, we have added Bluetooth capabilities along with earbuds. We have also solved the comfort issue by adding soft foam on the edges and a comfortable strap for your head. And I will now be passing the mic on to Ms. Alexis with the marketing and sales plan.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Our website will be www.antipathogens.com. Our business email will be shogunmask@gmail.com. For advertising, we will be on televisions, mobile devices, and on YouTube. Our sales will be conducted online and in stores. For communication, you can call us at 1-800-ANTI. We'll be using all social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Our team slogan will be fighting the invisible while looking good in the visible. Our commercial jingle will be, if you don't want to get sick and die, call 1-800-ANTI. For every purchase, we give away a free hand sanitizer keychain. We plan to give back to our community for each mask purchased. The anti-pathogens will donate $1 towards our essential workers, and neighboring schools will be given free logo masks to ensure safety. I will now pass the mic to Mr. Pringle.
Thank you, Miss Alexis. Our Bluetooth mask will cost $75. And for our year one income, we plan to sell 100,000 units of masks, giving us a $7.5 million income. Our expenses are of mask, LED lights, earbuds, ventilation systems, advertising, employee salaries. Expenses are approximately 66%, which leads to us a profit of at year one, a $3 million profit. We are asking for the opportunity to help bring this product to life from your contribution of $450,000. We are giving in return an innovative way to help with breathing while wearing masks, as well as a 20% of the company's earnings. I will now pass the mic back to Mr. Butler.
Thank you, my colleague, Mr. Pringle. Dear fellow Sharks, we promise we will produce the finest quality products. We now welcome your questions and all your considerations. Sincerely from every member and supporting colleague of Anti-Pathogens, thank you.
Great presentation, guys and girls. So questions of the Sharks, any of the three Sharks, just go ahead and ask your questions.
Can I start? I have two questions. Question number one, are this masks going to be customizable to someone's needs, or they kind of, you know, they're different colors, or someone can actually customize to put their own logo on there, and etc.
Well, I mean, I don't really think that it's gonna be of putting your own logo on there, but it's gonna be customizable with like if you wanna not have the Bluetooth on there, or you just want it to be like basic mask, you can change the colors on it and stuff. Cause like when you're online, you'll be able to like change how you want it for it to be delivered to you.
Cool. And just one more question. How long do you think the battery is going to last in it, since there's going to be a lot of tools? If I take everything that you guys have, like an all in, how long do you think, have you thought of how long it will actually last on battery life and etc. if it's going to get too hot?
Well, since we're gonna be using Bluetooth earbuds, we're gonna actually be using batteries. It's like gonna be like you can be able to charge it with like Android chargers or such like that.
Anything else, Dimitri,
Nope.
Chris, or Dr. Marks?
I have a question. The Bluetooth, is it going to be compatible with both, I guess, iPhone or Apple products and Android products, or do you have to have a specific phone to be able to use it?
Yeah, so
You
it'll
don't
be
have to have a
compatible.
specific phone.
I'm sorry. It'll be compatible with all mobile devices, basically.
Okay. And does it have a microphone? So if you want to take a call through your Bluetooth headphones or earbuds, that you can speak through that as well?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Dr. Marks, anything?
Yes, are you planning to market these in stores as well, or strictly through online
They'll be
orders?
they'll be from online and in stores, depending if you don't want to leave your house.
So if you market it in stores, are you going to have someone in charge of sales to try to reach out to the various stores to sell these products? Meaning, are you going to have somebody going out and calling on the various stores to try to sell the products that way?
Well, I know that we're going to be hiring managers and employees to help us with the specific stores around the states and then so on.
Thank you.
All right. Any other sharks have a question of our second team anti-pathogens? All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your presentation, guys and girls. Thank you to Team Anti-Pathogens. Our third team is Team Safety First, and our team leader is David Bradwell. So David, please take it over for Team Safety First.
I'm Mr. Bradwell, not Mr. R. Bradwell. Thank you. Hello, my name is David Bradwell, and I'm the team leader. Our company is called Safety for Kids, and our product is called Safety Rope. Our slogan is called Safety First, Avoid the Worst. Our product benefits is that our product is designed to keep children safe and socially distanced by maintaining 6 feet during the COVID-19 pandemic while in school. It is a great tool to encourage and promote safety, especially in the kindergarten to second grade age group. Our mission statement is to make kids have a happy and safe environment. Now we'll pass it to our head of design, Michelet.
Thank you, David. Good afternoon, Sharks. My name is Michelet Paul, and I'm the head of design. Safety Rope is designed to keep children safe through a new interactive way of social distancing. The rope is approximately 35 feet long and encased in a foam tube with the soft strap handles at 3 feet intervals. Each 3 feet interval has a stuffed animal and a tag to include the student's name. The rope will have a triangle handle for teacher or student line leader to direct the group. A great way to reinforce is to implement a reward system to encourage the students to hold on to their assigned animal. Now I'll pass it to the wonderful marketing and sales plan.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Our website is safetyforkids.com. Our Gmail is safetyforkids@gmail.com. Advertising, we will market our product to school districts as well as private and charter schools. Sales, our sales will be conducted online and in stores. Communication, to help communicate about our product, we will be using social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and etc. our competitors. Our competitors are Lakeshore Learning Materials, Creative Kids, School Masters, and Safety. I will now be passing the mic to our head of finances, Mr. Hall.
Thank you for passing me the mic, Chrissy Hale. We have a 3-year financial projection, but out of respect of your time, Sharks, we'll review 1 year. Our recommended retail price is $33 per rope. Our year one income, we plan to sell 9,000 units, which equals to $297,000. Our expenses, we plan to sell 9,000 units, which equals to $198,000. Our profit, year one, we will have $99,000. Our income minus our expenses will equal to our profit. I will pass the mic back to David Bradwell.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. We plan to give back to our community by donating to local parks and doing giveaways on public holidays and etc. Our company does not want money. We want your advice and we want to share connections. And maybe in the long run, we'll need your financial support. Thank you for letting us get the chance to talk to you, and we look forward to your continued support. And now, do you have any questions?
Thank you, Team Safety First. Sharks, questions?
Can I start? The question is this: how long is your rope? That's the question. The first question. How many kids is it for?
Oh, our rope comes in a variety of sizes and colors.
Got it. And is it a rope that's bendable, or is it kind of like as soon as you put someone 6 feet away, the rope almost doesn't let you kind of come closer because the rope is like it almost becomes like a stick. Does it become like a hard stick and then you could just let it go and then it bends down?
Yes, it will be bendable so the children won't be uncomfortable while using it.
Good Other questions, Sharks?
I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead, Doctor.
I believe when I read your information, you were talking about a 36-foot rope with 3 feet in between it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I heard that you definitely understand that you do have competitors because there are ropes like that. But are there any ropes that have that harder piece in there, like you're putting in, so that it will be, try to keep the kids 3 feet apart? Was there any products similar to yours other than, I know there are ropes that children hold on to, but did you find anything that was just like yours?
No. As much research as I did on looking for products similar to ours, I did not find any that had like a stern middle as we are trying to do with ours. All the other ones had like flimsy middles to where if you bend it, you could just be right next to the person. That's why we made ours a little different.
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead, Chris.
On the description, it says that I guess the straps or the stuffed animals are 3 feet apart. Can those be adjusted to increase or decrease the length?
We haven't talked about that so far yet. So I guess we can if you would like to. Sure.
Okay. And you plan to sell this online and in stores?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, Sharks? All right. Well, thank you, Team Safety First. And now to our next team, Team Stokely. And our team leader here is Danny Coriolan. Danny, take it over for Team Stokely.
Good afternoon. To start this presentation, Ms. Webb will start us off.
Good afternoon. My name is LaDania Webb, and I'm the owner and presenter for Stokely. The slogan is, "We love you enough for the both of us." Stokely is a suicide prevention app created to comfort you when you are lonely, depressed, frustrated, angry, or just ready to give up on life. The app will connect you directly with a trained professional to talk to you through the situation and get you the immediate help you need. The app will also alert authorities immediately and dispatch help to you. The Suicide Prevention app will make you feel like you matter with daily words of encouragement through text, positive affirmations, and the ability to talk to real people on a daily basis. Product benefits. Our product helps to prevent suicide, promotes self-awareness, protects families, helps with mental health, and helps society. And now I pass it on to the designer, Joshua.
Thank you, Ms. Flood. I'm talking about our logo. This is our official logo for the Stokely app. It has the black S in the middle of the purple circle. The black S stands for Stokely, and the flower vines represent life. Also on the Stokely app, you can see some of our testimony of some of our patients in store. And I pass the mic to our head of marketing and sales, Danny.
Thank you, Mr. Flores. Today I'm going to be talking about our marketing and sales plan. Our website is called StokelySP.com and our email is called suicideprevention@gmail.com. We partner with the Mental Health Foundation, Medicare and Medicaid, and 5 other health awareness companies with over 100,000 followers to advertise our product. We are based in Florida, but in the years to come, we are going to be nationwide. One of the ways that we advertise is through billboards. We have 7 billboards from I-95 all the way to I-10. Our sales are nonprofit, and the way we will be communicating is via email and telephone. We will be using all social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, just to name a few. We will have commercials on local channels, and the last way we will advertise our product is by distributing free bracelets with our logo, slogan, and number on it. And now I pass the mic to Head of Financials and Accounting, Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Danny. Our recommended retail price is $20. For our income, we have a 3-year financial plan, but we'll go over the first year out of respect to your time limit. For year 1, we plan to sell 10,000 units for 27 units per day for $200,000. For our expenses include production costs, marketing costs, employee costs, and equipment expenses, not including taxes. For year 1 of our expenses will be $100,000. Our profit for year 1 will be $100,000. We are asking for the opportunity to help bring this product to life. A contribution of $100,000 is needed to cover our first year expenses. We are giving in return to save your lives as well as 30% of the company. I pass the mic to LaDania.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. How we plan to give back to our community. We'll give back to our community by saving lives and letting people know that they are loved, and to also help them by protecting families. Dear Sharks, thank you for being open and making a difference in helping save lives. Sincerely, Stokely. We are ready for your questions.
All right, Sharks, questions of Team Stokely.
I feel like I'm starting again. The question is this when someone needs to get help from a friend or a professional, is this going to be a phone call? That's number one, through an app. And also on top of that, is there a video that automatically connects to a professional for them to see and talk to someone? You know, it's a lot better to look at someone's eyes and to keep them calm versus someone just a phone call away.
Yes, there is going to be. Yes, there's going to be one.
It's a video, right?
Yes, and if you don't want to video call, you can always just call us on regular, or you could even text us when you're ready.
Is there one phone number that's an easy number, like a 411 or a 311 or a 211 that you guys thought of, or it's kind of like just a 305 number?
Well, when you open the app, you will see this. Well, first, when you open the app, you will see the suicide hotline number and the sexual assault. And yes, there will be our phone number. If you don't feel like calling the suicide hotline, you can always call us.
Perfect. Thank you.
Chris or Dr. Marks?
Yes. So if you're not going to call the suicide hotline and you're going to, you can call directly to the manufacturer, you all, who will be manning the phones when they call you?
So the employees the employees that will be working with us.
Will you be training those employees?
Yes. Yes, they are going to be professionals.
Okay. And then my last question to you is, do you find that there's one particular issue that's more important than the others? For example, Is abuse more important? Is suicide more important? Or are they all equally important?
They are all equally important to me.
Okay, thank you very much.
They're all equally important, but we're focusing on suicide.
We're focusing on suicide? Okay.
In terms of the recommended retail price, is that a one-time fee that the customer pays for the app, or is that a monthly or a per session fee?
Can you please repeat your question?
Sure, sure. So the recommended retail price that you have for the, I guess, for the app is $20. Is that a one-time download fee that you're going to charge, or is that a charge that the customer pays multiple times per visit or per use?
I'd like to pass that question to the financer. It's a one-time payment.
Okay, so you download the app and you pay the $20.
Yeah.
Okay. And will you be working with marketing, or will you be working with any hospitals or doctors' offices to promote the app?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Great, thank you.
That's it. Any more questions from our sharks? All right. Thank you, Team Stokely. And now we have our last presentation for this afternoon of all of our teams and pitching their ideas, if you will. But first of all, I just want to go back to something that Michael said, and we'll have our last team come up. And that is, Michael, one of the things that's been very clear, at least to me, is that teamwork, and the teamwork that you've taught them, and for them to work, because I can see as a shark on the initial program that we did months ago, and that was one of the things that's very visible here, is how they've learned to spread the work out, and each person has a specific duty. So congratulations on you conveying the importance of teamwork. That being said, our last team for today, before we go into the private breakout room, and I'll go over that as soon as Team Charge Industries goes through their program for today, and their team leader is Ricky Bradwell. So Ricky, our last team presentation today, Team Charge Industries. Ricky, it's all yours.
Okay. Good morning, Sharks. My name is Ricky Bradwell, and we represent Grace Leadership Preparatory Institute. The company's name is Charge Industries, and our product is Solar Charge. And our slogan is 0 to 100 real quick. Solar Charge is an eco-friendly solar-powered case that is designed to charge any device without an adapter. Solar Charge works with Bluetooth feature to detect when your battery goes to 15%, activating the solar panel, recharging the battery. Solar Charge lowers stress, helps the environment, and manages time with worry-free charging. Now I'll pass it to Ms. Graham, Head of Design.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Sharks. Product description. Solar Charge is designed to include a charging case for phones, iPhones, or tablets. It has a solar battery that recycles energy. The solar battery is aligned with the battery in your device, attached to automatically connect to your solar battery using Bluetooth. I'll be passing the mic on to Mr. Javian Clark, Head of Marketing.
Thank you, Ms. Graham. Hi, I'm a Head of Marketing and Sales Plan. Our slogan, 0 to 100 real quick. And the way you can contact us is through our website, Charge Industry. Our email, chargeindustry01@gmail.com. The way we market this product is through communication, through email and telephone, making sales to school and cell phone retail outlets. We'll be using all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, and commercials, mainly on television. And we'll be also distributing free bracelet for our awareness of our product. Now I'm passing the mic to Mr. Bowen, Head of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Solar Charge costs $11 a unit to manufacture.
Therefore, our recommended retail price is $33 per unit. Out of respect for your time, Sharks, I will now review our 1-year projections, even though we have 3-year projections in place. For year 1, we plan to sell 10,000 units, which is 27 units per day. That will bring us to $330,000 for year 1. Our expenses throughout the year is $330,000, which is including production costs and operational costs. Our profit at the end of year 1 is projected to be $330,000. We are asking for $200,000 in investment in return for 10% of our company.
Dear Sharks, thank you for your time and attention, and we look forward for your feedback. Sincerely, Charge Industries. Now we will take your questions.
All right, Sharks, go ahead. Dimitri, you've been the first. You want to lead this group off for our last group?
Sure, I'll ask 2 questions. Question number 1 is, you guys have different sizes, I'm sure. Have you thought about looking that every single phone is very different size? And is the cost going to be exactly the same when it comes down to $11 your cost? Because depending on the iPhone, depending on the Android, how big, small, and everything is, does the price vary when it comes to that?
Yes, the price varies for different devices because we also supply for iPads. And right now we're trying to make it work. So for iPhone 11 is the most sold, like that's the most bought phone for this year. So that's what costs around $11. But for other phones like Androids, it might be cheaper, it might be higher. But the average price should be around $11.
Cool. And just one more question. How long does it take to get a full charge? I'm not sure if you said it, so I apologize.
So it actually, we don't have a set time, but when it goes to 15%, it automatically, with the Bluetooth feature that we have, it will automatically recharge your phone back to 100% when it gets to 15%.
Thank you.
Other Sharks, questions? Chris or Dr. Marks?
I had a question about, is this a separate device that just speaks to the phone, or is it some type of case that you're attaching to your phone or your iPad?
It is a case that you attach to your phone without an adapter. So once you put the case on it and turn your Bluetooth on, it connects to your phone via the Bluetooth way. So it's just a
Okay,
case.
so it's sitting, so your phone just sits right, it's attached right into it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me ask you one other question. So a new iPhone comes out, for example, every single year. Have you all talked about how you would be managing the changes that you'd have to make in size on a yearly basis?
As long as the battery has not been removed to a different location of the phone, then there wouldn't be a change in the case at all.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I ask one more question? Have you thought about a way of making the case adjustable to different phone sizes versus coming out? Like Commissioner Mark said that if they come out with new phones all the time, they have to buy new cases constantly every year. What if there was a case where you basically adjust it? You adjust it up and down and sideways.
Yes, that's a possibility.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer. Any other questions? Chris, you have any questions?
Sure. I have one question. Would the case charge the phone wirelessly, or does it have to plug in to the lightning spot or the charging spot?
It's wireless.
It's wireless. Okay. And does the case on the back have solar panels, or is it some sort of clear? What was the back of the case look like?
It's a solar panel within a phone case. The solar panel is conjointed with the phone case. So if it's a big phone, then you might get a bigger solar panel due to the fact that your phone is bigger and it takes more energy to charge it. But if you have a smaller,
Mr. Chris, what Ms. Graham and the team is trying to say as well, they'll be more than happy to work together with FPL on coming out with that perfect case.
Oh, that's even a better response, Michael. FPL was waiting for that.
And we wait for our return call.
Any other questions?
I like it.
Anything else?
Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you, guys. So here's what we have right now. Here's our program moving forward. Our Zoom administrator, Mr. Michael Stern, will move all of our AMC Sharks into a private break room where they will determine the winning team. And then we'll have a few minutes to hear from them in regards to that. As Michael does that, I just want everybody to know that everyone on the winning team will receive or will have $50 donated to their names to one of the 4 pandemic-related charities that have been selected prior to this by each of the teams. So as our Sharks go into their chat room, if you will, to decide that, I'd like to also thank Mr. Charlie Orvieto from Orvieto's Awards, another Aventura Marketing Council member, and has been over countless years a tremendous supporter of ours. So every student that participates today will receive a medallion for their participation today, compliments of Charlie and his company Orvieto's Awards, and the winning team members. There has been designed a special winner's medallion for the winning team. So while the Sharks are in their room, and Michael, you let me know and keep me on track when they come back, what I'd like to do now is just open it up to Charlie. Charlie, after seeing all that, after seeing all of our presentations from our teams, any comments?
Well, hello, everybody. Charles Orvieto with Orvieto's Awards and more. And this, I was a privilege to be with to see the first Shark Tank. And I'll tell you, it's amazing. Michael, I've not met you except on the Zooms before, but what you brought out of these kids is incredible. And these kids are they're treasures because they all have so much knowledge. I wish I had this when I was a kid growing up. I'd be a lot different in my business as right now. So the opportunities that you kids have received, and more important, is how you've taken those opportunities and come in front of a camera in front of us adults. Us adults have problems doing that. So to see you kids shine at this is incredible. And hats off to, I've become friendly with Chantel, with the school, just through the marketing council and what she's done and helped develop her school, and you children and all the kids around the county should have this opportunity. So Elaine, kudos to you to have this workshop so that these kids have this opportunity is just phenomenal. And I'm glad to be part of the marketing council, and it's my pleasure to support and see smiles put on the kids when we can put these medallions around their necks, and more to come from that. I would love to see all of these projects turn into fruition and see them all become a project to be sold in these markets today. So again, thank you everybody. Gary, thank you, Elaine, and everybody in the marketing council, and keep going, kids. Keep it up.
Perfect. Thank you, Charlie, and thank you for your continued support. Michael, now that you have all of your teams there, or Mr. Stern, are we back, or
I know they're still in the room, but actually I have a question for Michael. Michael,
Yes.
I've done hundreds of these meetings, and I will tell you, this is the first meeting I did not have to say, please unmute yourself. So you did a good job not only training them for their incredible presentations, but to how to navigate through Zoom. And I'm amazed by the students who are on here. You're speaking in public in front of strangers, and you guys did amazing. And Mike, I want to know really quickly, because we only have a minute or two, what did you learn from this process?
Oh, thank you for asking. To find the words First of all, you're right on point, Michael, when it comes to their attitude. The level of awareness that each student has and the ability of their true care for one another, it shows in the attitude that we see today. So it was a very easy canvas to work with because everybody came to the table with the right attitude. And when one felt tired, or when one felt weak, then the rest of the group would energize them and bring them back in. And yes, there were a lot of things that we had to get through when it comes to perception, perception that we're all equal, and there's no such thing. The sharks, they're just like us. They eat like us, they brush their teeth like us, they're human beings. They're not higher than us, they're not lower than us, they're on the same level, and we need to communicate clearly with them. So what I got out of this is that they taught the students individually and as a team taught me that change, it doesn't have to be difficult, that change can be done only if you're united as a group, and that Shark Tank is only one little thing that we can accomplish as a group to this level of performance, where there's everything else in our day-to-day lives that needs attention to as well. And if we come together as a group, we can accomplish that. For example, one of the students brought brought a request to the team and said, we would like to bring to the group an effort of finding jobs for us for the summer or during the time that we go to school, because it seems to be a concern for the students, a concern that shouldn't exist for the students at this stage at all. But it's something that they're looking for. They're being proactive and asking. So the strength and the bravery that the students showed through the process of being able to understand how important it is to ask in order for good things to happen. So we might put the group together now that would help the students in the group work together through their network to find jobs for one another. We can only accomplish that as a group, but we can do that very quickly through the workshop. So what I got out of this is that the most important thing that I learned out of this, it's probably the most important thing that I've learned out of this in this whole lifetime, and I was revealed to me through these students, and I thank them so much for it, that it is possible, that you can come together and you can get a job accomplished, and it doesn't have to take much time. It doesn't have to cost so much money. It doesn't need to take so much effort if the true intention of every individual is for the success of the team. So
Thanks,
I
Mike.
thank you, students, for teaching me that.
Yeah, and I will tell you that all the students on here, that there are no losers. You're all winners. When the judges come back and they announce a winner, you guys all won. And I believe that over the next X amount of years, you can look back on this and say, you know what, this was an incredible experience. This is going to go with you a long time. So congratulations for participating. A lot of people are too scared to do this, and you guys, I think this goes way beyond the classroom. So congratulations for those of you who participated. The judges are still in their room. So Gary, I'm going to go into the room and check them out if you want to take over while I go see how much longer they're going to be.
Perfect. I just got a couple of things that I want to let everybody know. As I said, the winning team will have $50 per team member donated. And I'd like to, before the Sharks come back, go over those charities. Team Ban Brie and the anti-pathogens, they have selected Aventura Heroes. Team Safety First has selected Pandemic of Love, the Aventura chapter. Team Stokely has chosen Feeding South Florida, and Team Charge Industries has selected Feed the Front Lines. So I compliment each of the teams while the Sharks are in their room deciding, but I compliment you all for what you did today and for your 4 charities that you have selected, if you will. So before Michael comes back, Miss Joseph, as the counselor English teacher, and through this process, is there any comments now that we've gone through this program? Any comments that either yourself or Miss Milford have?
I do have something to say, Gary, but if Ms. Joseph wants to go first, I'll let her.
Either one is okay. Go ahead. You're there. Go.
Well, I really want to tell the children, all of them, how exceedingly grateful and proud I am of them and how teamwork works. And I wanted to kind of paint this picture, how Michael have stepped in to help me make this possible through Elaine and the Aventura Marketing Council. It's the magic that we can create for one another. It's the possibilities that we can make happen for each other. And Michael have demonstrated that. Before I could finish asking him to join me, he said yes, not even knowing the full scope of everything. And he committed his time, energy, to making sure that these children got it and got it in a way, not just for this moment, but for a lifetime. And I do want to say thank you to you, brother, for your commitment, your support, your love towards our students. And Elaine, thank you for what you stand for. And Michael and everyone, Gary, you and everyone. I see Stephanie Trump, who does similar work to what I do. It's a commitment. And Charles and everyone on this Zoom for your commitment to taking time out of your busy schedule to show love to these children. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Milford. Ms. Joseph, anything? All right, Howard, you were waving your hand. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, since you're stretching, I just thought I would say, first of all, this is so wonderful. And I just wanted to say, I see Anik there and I see Billy Joel there. Last week, we had a Zoom where we gave out our scholarships, the Vice Provost Council scholarships at FIU. And I have a feeling we're going to see some of these very same students. God willing, it won't be a Zoom in the next couple of years, but they will be scholarship recipients in the future at FIU, and we will be celebrating them again. That's thought number one. Thought number two, I have goosebumps because I had no idea that Aventura Heroes was going to be a recipient of any type of a donation. As a founding member, along with Mayor Weissman and Commissioner Friedland, I'm absolutely thrilled and dumbfounded, and I thank you so much. And believe me, we feed the first responders. It will be put to good use. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Howard. Is there anybody in the offices? I mean, on the Zoom, I've clicked through. Stephanie is there. Billy Joel is there. There's a number of people that are here, that students, just so you know, you have some very influential people in the community that are on this Zoom today, watching what you're doing. And
all right, we're back, Eric.
if anybody has a comment, I will open it up before Michael brings
Actually,
up.
Gary, we're back. We're ready to go.
Back and ready to go.
All right, Michael, I will turn it over to the Sharks. And
Yes.
if one of our Sharks wants to be the speaker for the group, go ahead.
Thanks, Gary. This is Chris from FPL. I apologize, my camera is not working, but after much deliberation, and it was a very difficult decision, we have selected Team Anti-Pathogens as the winner, and everyone on the winning team will have $50 donated in their names to one of the charities that was selected, which is Aventura Heroes. And thank you to Charlie Orvieto from Orvieto's Awards. Every participant will receive a medallion, and the winning team members will receive a special winner's medallion. At this moment, I'd like to turn over to Commissioner Marks and Dimitri for a special announcement.
So it was a very hard decision because every single one of you did an absolutely unbelievable job. And so on behalf of both Dimitri and he will, of course, want to say something as well, what we would like to do, I am donating $250 to Grace Academy for you all, and so is Dimitri. And what we want, that's a total of $500, and that's going to go to all 20 of you divided up. We'd like Ms. Chantel to divide it up and give it to you because we believe every single one of you are absolutely winners, and we want you to know how impressed we are with all of you. Dimitri?
That's tremendous. Dimitri?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Guys, me being in technology and me, I deal with a lot of different clients that do have patents and come up with different products. And as I mentioned earlier, that it's never too early, never too late. And I think you shocked all of us. I mean, we were just talking together with Commissioner Marks and Chris, and we were in shock. We're like, how in the world you guys really presented it like you own this product and you actually are making money already? Like we were ready to invest in all of you. So, so you guys, I'm really glad that that you gave us the capability, opportunity to even listen to you, and like I said, we're donating the $250 each with Commissioner Marks because you guys you really deserved it. You deserve even more. But so, congratulations.
Thank you, Dimitri. Thank you, Dr. Marks. And thank you, Chris, for not only your sponsorship for all three of you taking the time out today. And congratulations to Anti-Pathogens for receipt of the first place for today's Shark Tank. Elaine, anything else before I close it out?
We're done. Thank you. Great job.
All right. So thank you to Grace Leadership for partnering with us, and CEO, as mentioned earlier, Chantel Milford, who's a great friend, not only of ours, but for everything that you do. Thank you to all the student teams. Thank you to our sponsor, as I said, Chris from FPL, and the last team. Please stay in touch with Chris on your solar panel phone thing. Thank you to all of our three AMC Sharks that took their time out. Michael, obviously, thank you to you, as Chantel said, for donating so many hours with the students. Charlie, for donating the beautiful Shark Tank medallions for our students. Elaine, we will coordinate that to get all of those out. And lastly, thank you to Michael Stern for coordinating yet another fantastic meeting. So I wish you all a happy, safe, and enjoyable holiday. And we look forward to the next program. And congratulations, students. Thank you very much. Everybody have a great, great day. Thank you.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Students, you did great. Bye all. Bye all.
Bye all.